Welcome to the war. Okay, this week, or this month I should say, is a hobby update. Some progress that I've been getting on a project that I started working on again. Those of you who watched my channel for a while now may have known at a convention, I think it was Historicon last year, I played in a really fun and inspirational Warhammer Ancient Battles or Warhammer historical game. And it really inspired me to collect a couple of forces that would utilize phalanxes and things like that. Heavy pikes, big round shields, all that good stuff. So I went kind of crazy at the vendor hall, buying a bunch of different models and units to put together, mostly Victrix. And then they sat in a box for a good few months. Anyway, I finally, sort of as a winter project, I think you can see, I've got some snow outside there. I decided to get them all stuck together, at least undercoated, and then looking to start painting them or just chipping away at what I can do. So far I'm really enjoying it. So I'm hoping that I still keep that momentum with this project. Anyway, I thought I'd put this together and show you the two forces that I've got. It's a Macedonian force and a Republican Roman force. Yeah, let's start taking a look at what I've got here. We'll start with the Macedonians. First unit completed is a unit of Macedonian phalanx. These are everything I'm going to show you are Victrix models, except for a few character models that I've got from different manufacturers. I'll get to those. But the first thing I've got, is a 2-unit of Macedonian, what are these called again? I'm blanking. Hypaspists, I believe. 2 units of those. And I've been using Little Big Man Studios decals. Honestly, not thrilled with them. It really annoys me that you have to cut them all out so carefully, and cutting perfect circles is not easy. They could have easily scored those, but it is what it is. And they're the only ones that fit, frustratingly. And you can only order them from Victrix. So somewhat frustrating there, not the best customer experience. They don't make that easy, but it is what it is. And then, yes, I've been painting these. These are actually, you can see they're undercoated with Games Workshop contrast primer. It's the Wraithbone one. And then I painted them with contrast paints. And while they're incredibly kind of formulaic and regimented, as you'd expect to paint, they are quite fun to paint, and quite simple. They go together pretty quickly. I honestly think I spent longer basing them than I did painting them. And as for the bases, I'm using is it Geek Gaming Scenics. Big fan of the nice mix of rocks and kind of small kind of ballast sand, and a little bit of flock that goes in there. I think it gives a nice kind of Mediterranean look. And then the modular movement trays that I put these on, they're my typical Phalanx Consortium, ironically named there, modular bases that I've also used for other games. I typically use those for my Wars of the Roses miniatures. So there's a unit of them. Like I said, I got 2 units of Hypaspists, and then 1 unit of, oh wait, no, these are Phalangites. Never mind, I'm sorry, forgive me. Yes, got that wrong. And then 1 unit of the elite guys over here. They're the Hypaspists, I believe, yes. And I must say, they've got some really cool decals that I'm looking to put on there. Again, dreading having to cut those out in circles, but it is what it is, and we'll do that. Outside of that, we've got 8 Balearic slingers, or 8 slingers, depending on how I want to use them, and 20 Greek javelin men. These are also interesting. I think they can be used on either side and split into different groups. I could have them in 2 groups of 10, or 1 big group of 20. I think I'm probably going to share them out across the 2 units of phalangites. And then let's see, the cavalry over here. I was able to put together 12 cavalrymen here, all armed with those really long spears. I'm blanking on, is it the Zeiston? There we go. Forgive me, I'm blanking on all the names here. So I'm looking forward to seeing them crash into some enemies and crush them. And then a war elephant. And I haven't included the mounts for that yet, but I do have them. They're just they're separate right now. And then, as I said, different models for the command characters. So we've got the Philip of Macedon figure and Alexander here, and then this is a Gripping Beast Saga character or unit leader that I'm going to put in somewhere. I think probably for smaller games. And unfortunately, either way, I like it. Victrix to me are far and away like my favorite model maker. They're incredibly dynamic. They're incredibly well sculpted, incredibly detailed. But they do run on the large side, and these guys up against them most certainly do not. Let's see if I can just put this general next to this guy, and I think you can see, or I'm hoping you can see. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, I guess, but they're noticeably smart. It's more noticeable on the Roman side. We'll get over there in a second, but yeah, so definitely excited to put those together. And I should say, yeah, why Macedonians? I was just inspired by the game that I played at Historicon, and I always wanted the units with the big shields all kind of tightly packed together. Okay, maybe on my modular basis, not too tightly packed together, but I still think they look cool. So yeah, excited to get those on the table. And one last thing I'd say, and again, this sort of carries over, is to me, the seemingly random number of models that you get in each pack and how you split them. To me, the Phalangites here are very straightforward. You get, I think, 24 of them in a packet, the way they come. You get your commander, everything like that, your command team, your musician, and your standard bearer, and that's good. When you get into some of these other units, it's a funny mixed bag of random. You get 8 slingers, but you get 40 or something of the javelin. I can't remember the numbers exactly, but very odd numbers. And then I think on the cavalry side, yeah, I bought a packet or a package of Greek or / Macedonian cavalry, and I got 12. I bought a packet of Republican Roman cavalry, I got 16. It's all over the place. So I'm not quite sure what the rationale behind that. I'm sure it's a molding thing, but it is kind of a quirk. And then, I'd be remiss to say or talk a little bit about rules. I'm hoping mostly, I think primarily, just to play with Warhammer Ancient Battles. I mean, that's a game I do love. And the army lists in the Armies of Antiquity list have some kind of unusual requirements on some of the unit sizes. I'm blanking now if it's the Romans or the Greek side. I think it's the Roman side. You can only have like a maximum unit size of 8, I think, with cavalry, which, regardless of the size of the game, there's only like a percentage or something like that, or small unit minimum, unit max. But it is what it is. We'll make it work. But again, I wanted to split that out and yeah, get these on the table. All right, I'm rambling here. Let's go take a look at the Romans. Okay, here they are. And first things I want to say. I'm learning about the period. I like to build and paint as I'm reading and learning about a period. I get a sort of a little basic information and then kind of immerse myself more in it. I do believe these two forces fought each other, but I also recognize I might have been better served getting a Persian army. But I've always wanted a Republican Roman army, so here we are. Even if it's not entirely historical, and yes, I know Alexander might not be the best leader to be using, but they're just going to represent characters and things like that. So anyway, that aside, right? Let's look at the first unit. You see, this is my work in progress unit of initial Hastati. There's 2 sets of, and again, Victrix. There's 2 sets of Victrix legionaries like this. One of them, they have chainmail. The other one, they have more pectoral armor. I couldn't quite figure out which one came first. I would imagine it was the pectoral armor, just because I think chainmail is hard to make, but I could be completely wrong there. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, excited to get this unit finished. I just need to put some finishing around the shield there. And yeah, these ones are an absolute pain to put on. You got to cut them in 2 halves, curve them around the shield there. Not fun at all. And to top it all off, a unit of 20, because why would you not have a unit of 20? Only comes with 16 shields plus 2 for the standard and the someone else, I think. But again, no logic. The Greek ones, they come with 20. Why would they not? But anyway, random. So then next unit of those I've got, again, I got another unit here, and these do come in a mixture of unit rolls. So I was able to get one big bag. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself here. The Macedonians come in packs of 20. These Romans come in like packs of 60. And then I split them into 2 groups here, and then was also able to make 2 units of velites out of them with a random number of 9 between them. But I have ordered another big package of these guys, and I'm gonna make 1 more unit of Hastati and then 1 unit of Triarii. And I've also ordered the more decals to go with them. So we'll get those on the table soon, or built or they'll be delivered and assembled and painted soon, I hope. Then the cavalry, again, these look so dynamic and cool. I'm really looking forward to painting these. I'm sort of holding off on those a little bit. 16 of those on their movement trays. And again, another war elephant. Again, the war elephants come in packs of 2. I think I am going to commit to just making, one of them Roman, one of them Macedonian, and I'm going to try to really do some, spend some time free painting those, the outer on the top or the tower on the top. So I think that'll look good. And then we come to our commanders, and these again are from Gripping Beast, I think intentionally, or made intentionally for Saga, but even without the, let's see if I stack these up here, this guy and this guy, I might have to put him on a command rock because he's a little short. But maybe, maybe that was the style at the time or something like that. We can play that off. I don't think it's so noticeable when you're playing something like Hail Caesar, where everything's kind of spread out. Command units aren't directly physically attached. But for my purposes, I do think he might need a little bit of a boost there. And you can see again these these decals, these ones. So pack of 16, 12 decals. Okay, it's fine. We'll make it work. I sound like I'm griping. I am, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. And then yeah, I got 1 more pack of decals there. We're gonna put on the next unit to come, and then I got another unit or another sheet coming too. So honestly, yeah, that's as far as I got. I'm just kind of chipping away. I think the next thing I'm gonna paint is some of the skirmishers. I think on the Macedonian side, I'd like to try and get some of those done because there's quite a lot of them. But other than that, yeah, looking forward to getting these on the table to play. I might cave, just because it's such a big project to get all this done. I might cave and play test a game by myself, or a solo game, but I would never record it. I don't like putting unpainted minis on my channel, in games at least, but we'll see. Just a personal preference of mine. So anyway, that all being said, I'm gonna get back to getting some of these on the painting table. We'll getting them painted, and hopefully getting a game together soon with these. I don't think this is at least a project I'm feeling pretty good about. So let's keep going. All right, thanks for watching.